This tutorial is designed to give you the tools you need in order to better understand how to achieve your goals and progress safely, enjoyably, and effectively in parkour. We will do this by approaching a method of training known as goal setting. Let's begin by understanding what a method is. Method, noun, a systematic procedure, technique, or mode of inquiry employed by or proper to a particular discipline or art. Essentially, a method is a way to approach your practice. It is the way in which you train. There are many methods you can utilize to improve yourself in the art of parkour, and today we will learn the method of goal setting so that you will be able to practice this method at home and progress through the skills you desire to achieve. One of the most commonly heard phrases in parkour is getting from A to B. While this is a highly generic and shallow definition of the art of parkour itself, we can still use this phrase to help define our training method for today. We are A and we want to get to B. In this case, A is arriving at my training location, and B is landing a precision jump I have always wanted. A is my current position, and B is my goal. The key here is this: if I want to get to B efficiently, my path from A to B needs to have direction. Thus, we set a goal. Today's goal is land the precision jump. Everything I do will be focused on that goal. Let's begin. Starting my day of training with my goal in mind, I will begin with doing joint rotations. Knowing that a precision jump, particularly on the concrete obstacles I intend to perform it on, can cause a great amount of impact on my joints, I go through the range of motion of each joint to lubricate them, giving extra attention to the joints that I will be using the most while training towards my goal. In this case, it is my ankles, knees, and hips that need the most attention. This type of warm-up should really be done before each and every training session you have, with that extra attention paid to the parts of the body you know you will be using. After I feel that my joints are ready to go, my next step is to prepare my muscles and ligaments for the day of training. Today, I will start that process with dynamic stretching. I chose this type of exercise because I know that precisions are explosive movements that cause quick expansions and contractions of the muscles, and I don't want to pull any muscles today. So, I perform dynamic stretches on the areas of the body I know I'll be using. In this case, it's my hip flexors, lower abs, and upper leg. If you choose to do stretching as a part of your warm-up, ensure it is dynamic and not static, as static stretching can actually inhibit your explosive strength if done before training. Conditioning is, inescapably, one of the most important aspects of your training in parkour. Without conditioning, we would not have the strength and durability required to resist the forces we put our body through. To ensure I'm constantly building my body for what I want it to perform, I will do some strength exercises, focusing on the muscles that build strong jumps. Some exercises build explosive jumps, others build resistance for landing. Here, I am building the hamstrings, glutes, calves, quads, and hip flexors. Not a training session should go by where you do not perform some conditioning. Everybody says that parkour is half physical and half mental, and yet we spend 90% of our time focusing on the physical. Knowing that I have just pushed my muscles hard through conditioning, my next step in achieving my goal is to allow the fatigue of conditioning to fade, and now bring my focus to my mental state. I personally like to sit somewhere comfortable and relaxing, where I can feel the breeze and enjoy the moment. I close my eyes and start visualizing the movement, seeing it happen perfectly in my mind. I rid myself of all the fears of falling and of failure, and embrace the joy of the feeling of the movement I am working to achieve. This mental preparation is no less important than the physical preparation we've done so far. Now that both my mind and my body are fully prepared, I begin working on the technique and building the steps towards achieving my goal. I start by breaking it down into something I can already achieve, and then building on that foundation. First, I practice my technique at a comfortable distance, and inch by inch, I bring myself back, slowly easing my mind and my body into being comfortable with where I want it to be. If I've worked my way back as far as I can, but I'm still mentally uncomfortable with committing to the jump, I may take some extra measures. Here, I am replicating the jump under safer circumstances to prove to my mind that my body is capable of what I am asking it to do. This gives me the knowledge and peace of mind to return to my jump and continue trying. After I've spent enough time in the progression stage and I'm sure of myself, I then commit to the movement. If you still cannot commit, then return to the progression stage and continue working on your mental or physical capacities. Sometimes the progression stage takes 20 minutes, and sometimes it takes weeks. This is normal. Once I mentally commit to the jump and land it, I need to repeat it a few times to truly convince my mind and truly train my body that I can do it. If you land your big move only once, you may come back another day and find yourself unable to do it again, which is a frustrating process. Congratulations! You now understand the method of goal setting. Goal setting is a powerful way to achieve, and utilizing it often in your training regimen is a good idea. While I warm down the appropriate areas of my body from the day's session, let's review. First and foremost, set your goal. This goal will dictate every second of your training for the entire session. Design your warm-up to prepare your body precisely for what you intend to use it for that day. This will give you the best results as you work on your goal. Next, design a conditioning routine that will build strength and resistance and explosive power in the areas that apply to the achievement of your goal. This kind of mindset will keep you motivated during conditioning, as you will see yourself progress and achieve. After that, take the time to train your mind to focus, relax, see, and even feel the movement you intend to perform. Since your mind controls your body, it is wise to allow it into your day of training. Then, begin with your progressions to ease your mind and body into becoming comfortable with the technique. In time, your mind and body will grow accustomed to the situation and adapt. Once you've landed your technique, ensure to do it a few times. As they say, an athlete doesn't do a movement until he gets it right. He does it until he cannot get it wrong. Lastly, don't forget to warm down, which may include static stretching, range of motion, and cardiovascular activity. I truly hope this tutorial helps you understand your training a little better and provide you with the resources to make your own training more efficient. Thank you for watching.